Hello everybody, welcome back to Life with JoJo. My name is JoJo, and on today's episode we're going to be doing a little bit of a life update and a little bit of a change in pace in these videos. I will be discussing, sitting down and chatting with you what is next for the channel and what is next for me. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so life update, change, and everything. That's a big change actually. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and I decided to take the plunge and do it. I am officially starting school to become a personal trainer. Yeah, I know. You're probably thinking, what? Huh? Why? That's just, what? Huh? Well, let me back it up. So, for a very long time, I've always wanted to get into the fitness industry. And not because I was ever like, the thinnest or anything like that. I've always enjoyed the fitness industry. I've always enjoyed the supplements and all that stuff. I've always enjoyed everything about it. And I've never actually gotten into it because for me, I always thought that, because I'm, overweight, but yet I can push weight and stuff like that, I'm not going to be looked at as like, a figure of health. But now it's changed a little bit, and I see that now. So backtrack, this weekend, go to the gym. I'm not going to do it on the weekends. And I see not one, but two trainers that are my size. A male and a female that are trainers at this particular gym. And I'm like, whoa. If they can get a job and they can do it, I can do it. There's no reason why. I mean, I've been in and out of like the gym space for the last like 10 years. So it isn't like I don't have knowledge of gym and like the functions and all that stuff. I've also been, I've previously lost, 50, 60 pounds. So, of course, I was a lot younger, don't get me wrong, but I can still do it again. And I feel like I also need to change in career, and I see there's a lot of opportunities with this particular company that I was looking at to become a personal trainer with. So I have to go to school. I have to get a certification in order for it to have the job. And the certification place that I'm working to go to school with actually works with the employer and actually helps to get you hired, which is a huge plus. Now, you're probably thinking, don't you have a full-time job? I do have a full-time job. I'm not going to quit that full-time job. What is unique and interesting about being a personal trainer is you can write your own hours and you can be part-time or full-time. So goal plans are to get the certification within the next 3 months. Hopefully by the end of the year I get it and I'm successful and we can move forward with life. And I can start a new career. And then I'll still have continue my job, but I won't be doing this part-time like I'm doing YouTube part-time. And not that YouTube will ever become my full-time job. I don't know, it might in the future, who knows. I mean, I believe that's everyone's dream when they start YouTube channels, to leave their 9-to-5 job that they usually have and become a full-time YouTuber, full-time content creator, things like that. And you obviously have to work on it. And in the last couple weeks I have not I fell off the bandwagon. I was gun-ho, had video ideas and stuff, and trying to figure out what this channel was going to be about. I know it's about my life and what is, what I'm doing. Not gonna lie, my life's kind of boring. I go to my 9-to-5 job, I do laundry, clean the house, go to the gym. I do watch sports, so obviously talk about WWE with you guys and SummerSlam and stuff like that. That's one of my passions, and I meal prep. You've seen that before, and things like that. So, for me, I was thinking if I did something different, totally different, that I've never done before, and it isn't like I haven't done the gym before. Like, I know the basics, I know the concepts. So, learning what they're gonna teach me is not gonna be hard. Now, don't get me wrong, sure there's gonna be stuff that's gonna be challenging and stuff like that, but it's gonna be definitely interesting, and I've always wanted to get into the industry, so this is my opportunity to do that. So I'm excited for it. I'm also nervous. I was thinking about it last night and contemplating, and I don't know why I do this. You probably guys do this too. We contemplate, doing like a big move, because this is a big move. And it is money that I will be putting forth. The last time I did something like this, I was going to become a bookkeeper, and I couldn't pass the test for the bookkeeping. Now, mind you, it was like QuickBooks, and their tests and stuff was pretty challenging. Like, the only reason why I really gave up is like I missed. You can only take it 3 times, okay, and then you have to wait a full year before you can say it again, okay. The 3rd time I tried, I missed it by 1 point. 1 point. Yeah. Made me upset, made me mad. And then I just gave up. I'm like, if I did this and I tried and it's not meant to be, obviously that wasn't meant to be, because I couldn't pass the test. And then there would have been, doing business license and all that stuff, and it was a lot more difficult. I feel like this is a little bit more of a gateway and a pathway for me, because yes, I can work at a gym, which is most likely what I'm gonna do. There's a bunch of gyms around me, at least 5 to 10. In fact, I'm just building one like literally 2 minutes away from me, and which is awesome, by the way. I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy the gym. So because there's growth, that's the reason why I want to get into it. And there's a career path and there's a job opportunity. From what I understood, they like to promote within, which is awesome. So hopefully I can, shoot my shot and get promoted and make the more moolah. But also, it's one of those things that I enjoy. I feel like I've always had a knack to help people, and this is a way for me to help people as well. I always wanted to help people, get better at their health, feel better about themselves. Just as the gym makes me feel. Like, when I get done with a workout, everyone's like, oh, you're probably really tired. No, I got energy. I will, it takes me out of the funk that I get sometimes on the weekends. Of, everything, oh, it's just another weekend. I have 2 more days until I have to go back to work and start all the shenanigans all over again. And for me, it's a relief. It's kind of an exit stage, right, kind of thing, where you're just like, okay, cool, I did something, I accomplished something, and now everything's gonna be good. So with that being said, I'm going to be starting this. I'm signing up today, actually. After I get done with you guys, I'm signing up today. So hopefully I can get started working on stuff, and I will be giving you a weekly update on what's going on. My plan is just to sit and talk. And if you guys enjoy this, cool. If you don't, you can skip through, but I will give you my breakdown. I'm doing the certified personal trainer, and then there's a few other like specializations that you can do. I believe I'm going to do the bodybuilding and the strength and conditioning and nutrition. I like the 4 or 5, I think it was 4 specializations. So I just have to clarify one thing. If in order for me to get the job, if it's just a certification that I have to have, or it's because I'm signed up for these other certifications, I have to complete them all in order for me to get the certification to get the job. So, and that's the other thing too, is that's the other thing that was kind of like worrying me. I was like concerned. It's like, what if I can't get the job? What if they don't want me? But then I kept thinking to myself, no, Joanne, no, because there's 2 other people that, like, to be honest with you, one of the guy that I saw literally looked like one of my coworkers at work. I had to do double take because he's a hefty guy. Now he works out and stuff. He's actually dropped like 30 to 40 pounds. I'm pretty proud of him, but I literally looked like him, and I was like, what the heck? It's like, is that who? Is that him? No, that's not him. But that's the other thing. I was like, whoa. And this isn't not the first time. Like, I've seen like more heftier guys do the personal training, and that's whatever. It was the first time me seeing a girl, which was awesome. Which, not that I never seen that in the fitness industry. A long time ago, before I moved to where I'm at now, I went to a gym called Mountainside Fitness in Arizona, and it's like a local gym. They have several locations. They're like from Arizona and stuff. And the bike trainer was hefty. First time I've ever seen that. And not that, and everyone's probably thinking, oh, I would never, but the thing for me is, okay, that's a human. That's not, and no offense to anyone that's 20 something, in the health and fitness industry, but just coming out and just being like, oh, I'm, so crazy and so awesome and blah, blah, blah. I'm a little skinny mini person, follow me and, get my coaching and all that stuff. It was just a really good thing for me to see someone who's more average size. Someone who understands. And that's the thing that I think is a good thing. And, hopefully I get a shot at it. Hopefully I get hired. And to be honest with you, that's not the first time I've seen someone my size at the gym. So that's been on not the coaching staff, but just been hired, by the way. So obviously, and not that, the fitness industry, is getting lazy and they're hiring, these lazy people. But, alright, so I lost my train of thought. So for me, for the fitness industry, I feel like there's a shift in more of, not everyone is the skinny mini person. And not everyone's Jack, like a bodybuilder. Yeah, those people are cool, and they work on their bodies, and they invest all their minds and all their effort into them as individual, because that's their job. That's their, that's their persona. That's something. I want to be a fitness coach, personal trainer for the average human being. Mom who wants to lose baby weight. Grandma that wants to, play pickleball more than once a week. Everything like that. I want to get that. I want to be that person's coach, their hero. I just feel like that's a better option. And first of all, you would probably be able to, you know, acquire more people, because, you know, I am very strong. I'm not no weak link, and I feel like that's the big thing that people, when they look at me, yes, I got the chub, but I also have, you know, I can move weight around a lot. And I do it a lot because I help, you know, with my mom and caregiving for her, and, you know, having to help her in and out of the car and helping her, you know, guide her and stuff like that. I mean, that's all stuff that takes strength and stuff that, you know, most normal people don't have to do in their life. So I want to, and also for me, it's gonna help with my weight as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna help me get into a different headspace, and it's like, hey, you know what? This is my career. This is the way I want to look, and this is what I want to do. And get more of a drive, get more of an input on it. I did sign up for Macro Factor. Is what it's called? Macro Factor. The fitness and nutrition app. And I've been tracking my food. I've actually been doing that, which has been good and awesome. I don't, excuse me, I've been, you know, starting that and focusing on that, and obviously trying to get to the gym as much as I can, walking my walking pad, things like that to, you know, help me get better, help me feel better. You know, I feel like that's the big thing with fitness and nutrition, is it can help you feel better, it can help you get better, help you be a better person. And that's what I want to offer my clients when I become a personal trainer. I want to help them feel better. I want them to reach their goals. I want them able to do what they can do and push their past their limits. I really want to help them, help people. And, you know, I'm a very caring person, and I care a lot about people, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I feel like the past couple of jobs I've had, I've missed that opportunity to help people. And now I get this opportunity to help people and help them reach their goals, you know, while I'm reaching mine, you know what I mean? Obviously with, you know, doing what I'm doing with this, obviously I can make more money. Obviously I can, you know, the sky's the limit, you know, I can, you know, make my own hours. I can, you know, work until, you know, whatever. I can do more on YouTube. I can have more of a freedom to do what I would like to do and what I need to do in life. And, you know, and spend more time with my family, spend more time with my mom. You know, we as humans never know when our time is up. We never know what is gonna happen, and, you know, being stuck in a 9 to 5, having to drive an hour to an hour back, 2 hours, you know, getting home at almost 7 o'clock at night, and, you know, not being able to spend a lot of time because I have to, you know, go to bed early and get right back up and do it all over again. It's becoming hard, and it's becoming, I don't want to do it anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this is going to be hard and this is going to be challenging. It's not going to be easy, but it's also going to be something that's going to be for me. I'm going to dedicate myself. That's something that I know about myself, and I do it every time, and I don't know why I do it every time. I start something, and then 2 weeks down the pike or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. I give up. I give up, and I can't do it this time. I can't give up. I need to keep going. I need to do this. Need to pursue this. I can't be in this same position, in this same job. I need to have a career. And the industry that I'm in right now, there's no room for growth. There's no room for a whole lot of anything, honestly, besides just staying where I'm at. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it anymore, I want to do something different. I want to go to work and be like, okay, I'm excited because I get to see, Sally Sue and Joe Schmo and, Moo 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 and, all these people that, are going to be my clients. And I gotta, figure out what kind of program I'm going to do for them and what we're going to work on today and how we're going to push them. Versus, okay, I have to go to work, I have to do A, B, and C, and then sit and listen to, watch emails the rest of the day. And maybe do a project or two if it comes up. But I don't want to do it anymore. I kind of stopped searching to do a different job, different career for a while because everything's going on in the world. How chaotic and how messed up everything is and stuff. And now I'm thinking, seeing those two people at the gym, it was obviously a sign. It was a sign that, hey, they can do it, you can do it. There's no reason why you can't do it. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to be documenting how my first week, how all this is going to take, when I'm going to take an exam, if I pass, if I fail. That's the other thing, too. You only have to get like a 70%. And obviously, I'm going to shoot for higher, don't get me wrong. But with that, the other, what was it? The bookkeeping, you had to get like 85 or higher. Like, you could only miss like 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, depending on what question it was. And they weren't all multiple choice, and it was just, anyway, thinking about it just kind of makes me mad because I did spend quite a bit of money and it didn't work out. So I really want this to work out, and I really want this to be successful, and I really want to do this. So that being said, I will see you guys next week. I'll give you an update on what's going on. There's gonna be sit-in chats, sit-in talks. So if you guys enjoy this, cool. If you guys don't, bye-bye. But I will see you later. Adios.